Pruning is a major wintertime activity for us. That's what we spend about 4 to 4.5, 5 months of the year doing, starting usually about in mid-November. All pruning happens during the winter because that's the time of year that the vines go dormant. So first of all, there's no leaves on the vines, there's no sap flowing through the vines. So pruning is all about vine vigor and crop size. You need to leave enough wood out there, enough buds, that you have evenly vigorous vine across the field, but you don't want to leave so much wood out there that there's a crop that the vine can't ripen. So it's all about finding that perfect balance. The only way to really accomplish that is to spend time year after year farming the same fields. We're really lucky in this field. We've been farming up here since the 40s. So we have a good idea of what we expect and what we can expect, how many buds we need to leave out there in order to accomplish that crop load. So you can see all the wood behind me that's long, 2.5, 3 foot canes. We're gonna take those down to 2 bud spurs. Each one of those buds should have 2 clusters. 1 shoot, 2 clusters in each bud. I always say it takes about 1 guy per 12 to 15 acres to prune and manipulate and handle your vineyards through the course of the year. In this activity, pruning, it has to be done by hand. You can pre-prune with the machine, but when you get down to the specifics of how many spurs you're leaving and how long the shoots are, there's no machine right now that can get into a field and analyze every position. So pruning, like winemaking, has a lot of science behind it, but also is a complete art. Every vine is different. Every vine requires thought about what we're trying to achieve. If the vine is very weak and the shoots that are existing from the previous year are short, everyone in our crew knows you need to leave less buds out there to establish a balanced vine. If you have a vine where the shoots are really, really long, that vine's very vigorous. It needs more buds, it needs more wood out there to balance that crop load and that vine vigor. So you can affect when the vines start to break buds and start to push, I'd say a week to 2 weeks maximum by the timing of your pruning. So something that is pruned early in the season will break buds maybe 7-10 days earlier than something that's pruned towards the end of the season. So there is an opportunity to affect bud break, but it is very limited and you can't manipulate that too much. If a vineyard is not pruned at all, it's still going to come back to life in the spring. It's still going to push buds. But what we're trying to do is affect when that happens just a little bit, just to try to give us a little more opportunity to not have a frost incident. When we're pruning for Jordan, for what Rob is looking for with his Cabernet program, we're definitely keeping in mind who we're pruning for, what we're trying to accomplish, and that Rob is going to be tasting every tank load that we bring in, every gondola that we dump, he's going to be tasting and going through. So what we're trying to achieve with Rob is that balance across the entire field. So on this field, there are a couple low areas in the field that tend to be a little more vigorous, and we put extra canes out there. These are called kicker canes or sucker canes, but it's something that we're going to take off right around veraison. And the whole point of this is to suck up a little bit of that energy, get rid of a little bit of that excess vigor, to have those grapes that are in that part of the field match the grapes that are grown on the top of the knoll and top of the hill where it's very easy to balance that vine. So we're definitely thinking about who we're pruning for when we're pruning in all of our fields and what the end result is going to be.